Oh, I got the little notification. Yep.
All right.
Punch the microphone. We're off to a good start today. All right.
Well, hello,
Fine.
Jocelyn, and
Hello.
welcome.
We're here again.
You're here one more time.
Maybe not one more time. Everyone was trying to talk us into doing this more often last time.
I know. Well, we'll have
What would we talk about?
I don't know. We might just keep it as once a month because once a month is pretty good because then it gives us some time to get some stuff done.
And I am a fan of the secret keeping.
You were so good at that. You were so good at that. Now I definitely want to know what's up with your Turkish bed socks or the
Joe's perfect slipper socks.
Joe's perfect slipper socks. So, okay. So we got some people. I see Susanna is here and Woohoo! Amber and Sabrina and Jen and Melanie and Susie and Amber. Hello, ladies.
I'm not against chatting with you every week, just not about the secret check-in projects. You know?
Well,
it's I love that secret, so I'm not willing to part with that.
You were good at that because poor Amber was trying so hard to get it out of you.
A for effort.
Just like you'd be talking about blah 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 blah, and it'd be like, and yeah, what about the Turkish slipper socks? Just like sneak it in there, hoping that you would just slip up and just say a little clue as like, oh, they're cast on or this, and you were tight-lipped as anything.
No, I'm a secret keeper. It's what I do. My secrets, other people's secrets. It's not a problem, guys. I am the friend in the friend group for the in real life people friends that finds out about the pregnancies before some family members because I can keep it the secret.
You can keep it secret
because I can keep it a secret.
Well, you did so well.
Which is hilarious when they go public and they start telling everybody. Everyone's like, "Did you know?" And I'm like, and by that point, I'm like, "Oh, I've known for like months."
Yeah, I know, like, right?
Yeah, I know. It's good. When the hell did I find that out? And I always have to go back and ask, the hell did you tell me? I don't remember this. And they're always like, dude, like a month and a half before we went public with it. Right. Because you had to tell somebody.
You had to tell somebody, and you know that you are the person because you're like, cannot get anything out of you. Well, that's
seems to be a secret. All right, no problem.
That's good. Okay, so last week we were here and we were talking, it was the end of our 2-week sweater challenge.
It was.
My goodness. Can you believe that has come and gone already?
Really, February is gone? We were just talking before the live. I'm older next Thursday. Next Thursday is my birthday.
Birthdays are so good because you can spoil yourself.
I am. I'm getting a cake. And I'm going for brunch.
That's right, because you were talking about, you were talking about your cake. Anyway, I know. So exciting. Birthdays.
I mean, I'm splitting it with boys, so it'll be fine. The cake will be eaten and it won't all be by me,
right.
But that's not the point. The point is I'm getting a cake.
Because we all said, yeah, definitely, you just ask guys, you want cake? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. So do you want to start off showing your sweater? Do you have your sweater handy? Because you were so close last week. You were just starting that second sleeve and then you just zoomed through it like crazy.
Well, I wanted to get it done and off the needles.
Exactly. And like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. Those color choices.
I've already been wearing it. Can you tell I've already rolled the cuffs up?
Isn't it funny how when you're knitting it, you like we baby it and you don't want the cat to sit on it and you fold it up all neat when you're doing it. And then as soon as you start wearing it, it's like, throw it over the,
Who does that? Do people do that?
See, I always find that I try to keep it clean and like be really like baby it, be really careful with it. And then, the first time I wear it, I just throw it over or whatever,
Yeah, okay. So when I was done working for this on the night, because I worked on it here in front of the computer while I was working with the computer, it just went on the floor. And then I picked it up and started working on it again the next morning. And I'd be like, and I'm done. And mic drop. That's not
oh, well.
If I tried to hide knits from her, she'd go hunting for them. And she does. If I put them in a project bag and she's decided she wants them, she pulls them out of the project bag to lie on them.
I have a friend who has a cat that does that. She will open closet doors to get into project bags and pull stuff out.
lie on stacks of fabric. That's what this one does. Clean clothes, fabric, clean beds, freshly washed carpets. She clean stuff. She likes to lie on it. That's fine.
Oh
She
yeah,
gets mad.
Daisy's a magnet for clean laundry, but I think she can feel the vibes from me that if she was to get into trouble with my knitting, she'd be in.
Sleeping, belly up in her favorite spot, which is in the spare closet on top of a stack of fabric. Sleeping, I answered my mother's phone call, walked into the kitchen, did some stuff in the kitchen, walked into the bedroom, literally just started pulling clothes out of the bag of clean laundry, and I had cat. I don't normally see her for hours in the afternoon because that's her nap time. Like, where did you come from? I didn't even make that much noise. How did you know I was in the bedroom? I didn't even open a drawer. Holy cat. I still don't have pockets on this stripy boyfriend cardigan because the gray held out to the end of the neckband.
Okay, so give us that whole story again, because you thought you were going to run out.
I was worried I wasn't going to make it to the end of the neckband because, well, I had 2 balls of each color and I was using the gray not only in the sweater but as my contrast for my cuffs and hems. Mm-hmm. And I have this much left of my second ball. Mm-hmm. So if my second ball had been the yardage equivalent to my first ball, I would not have made it because my first yardage ball was a bit short, which again, yardage is estimated. So sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. It happens. This will not make 2 pockets. This will not make 2 pockets.
Okay, so here's the question. Are you that stuck on pockets? Will you just say, I don't have enough yarn, forget the pockets? Or do you need pockets enough to go get another ball of yarn?
That is the current debate. Or third option. So option 1, F the pockets, not happening. Option 2, go buy gray yarn and make pockets. Option 3, make teal pockets with a charcoal brim.
Door number 3.
Door number 3? Door number 3. Because I have enough teal left over. I can certainly make a pair of pockets. Teal and pockets. I was like, I'm talking to people on Thursday about this. I'll talk to them and then I'll drop the sweater on the floor.
I love it.
Because that's where it lives.
What does everybody think?
Scrap I'm gonna have to wash that this weekend. It's covered.
Go buy a ball of yarn or go with the teal. I think the teal with a charcoal stripe will look really sharp.
Because I can certainly do a nice girder brim at the top of each of the pockets with this much yarn. I just can't do 2 pockets out of this much yarn.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so
there's a physics issue at hand here. Issue at hand.
Hey Sherry, and hi Sally.
Hey Sherry.
Oh, Sally says your sweater is beautiful, Jocelyn.
Thank you. I am super stoked I got it done, and I got it done by Sunday night, which means it only took me 2 weeks and 3 days for a worsted weight sweater. 4 days. 2 weeks, 4 days for a worsted weight sweater, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, 3. Totally Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Okay, everybody is saying door number 3.
Door number 3?
Door number
teal
3.
Pockets.
Teal it is. Oh, teal except for Sherry, who was at it. She's added a number 4. What is she saying?
Oh no.
Charcoal pockets with a teal band.
It's not enough to make the 2 base parts of the pockets. I won't have enough charcoal.
Okay.
I won't have enough charcoal. I know I won't have enough charcoal.
Because that would look nice too.
Yeah. Because I don't tightly wind my balls when I make them. So it looks like there's a lot. I know there's not a lot left.
Oh, see, I'm thinking Sherry's maybe popped in here just
before we saw how much charcoal I have. Yeah, I don't have enough charcoal.
Because Sherry also said or full charcoal pockets. But yeah, that was the original plan, but she ran out of that's it.
This is it for charcoal. It won't make 2 pockets. I could definitely do a sharp brim and charcoal at the top of teal pockets, but I can't make 2 charcoal pockets.
Yeah. I think that's the way to go, right?
Yeah. I also haven't looked at buttons for the thing yet either. So there's things that have to happen with that, but buttons are buttons. They'll happen when they happen and I can wear it until then anyway. So it's fine.
Oh yeah. Buttons are totally optional.
Mostly because I wove my ends as I went. So once it's washed and blocked, I just need to trim my ends and I'm done. And it's acrylic. So washing and blocking is putting it in the washing machine. Oh, I like saying that.
Easy peasy. Hi,
Oh,
Jocelyn.
gotta
So,
have
okay. Well, very good. Congratulations. Finished sweater.
ta-da! Finished sweater.
Looks great. Looks really, really good. Yeah. And what else? So let's remind everybody what our challenge goals were for this past month, which was a little crazy because it was sweater knitting month and it was 2 week sweater weeks.
I
And
think
we
I settled
decided
on,
to add in extra goals.
of course we did. For sure, I wanted to have at least one of my 2 sweaters done.
Yeah.
Because I said worst case scenario, the second sweater can go in and be a monthly checkup later.
Yes.
And I did that. I got one of my 2 sweaters done. Perfect, no problem. And for sure we were going to try bed socks, Turkish bed socks, Joe's perfect slipper socks. We were going to try some sort of worsted weight bed sock situation, just so that you and I could try out a new pattern. That was what we were going to stick to. That was the plan.
That was the plan.
Somehow I also got talked into trying to finish the Holly cardigan. I'm still not clear on how that happened.
I don't know. That's snuck in there. I think as we get excited and we're like, well, we can do it all. We don't need
It's
to
only 28
sleep.
days in a month.
And it just needed a collar or something, right?
I needed sleeves and a collar.
Oh, sleeves. Yeah.
So it's like, what in the world have I signed on to? Now, I mean, to be fair, I tried to pick up my bulky weight sweater, the one I started at the beginning of February, which was the Steinkrieger, the Stone Warrior one.
Yeah.
My wrist is so tired and so overworked from the 2-week sweater. It does not want to work on bulky. Like it starts to hurt pretty quick. So I had to put it back down. So I got 3 rows done. So I'm not done the body of it yet because it's the worst. It's the needles are too big. So I'm doing too much wrist motion. So I'm like, okay, I need to work on smaller needle projects or on some crochet projects this month. I need to give the weight a bit of a rest.
Yeah. Because you don't want to aggravate that anymore.
No, I want it to have a chance to heal. So like I finished a hat. It's chilling on the chair back there. So
I saw that.
Fingering weight projects, I think, which is good because I've got a podcast anniversary that wraps up at the end of March and I have not finished that fingering weight sweater. So it's not that sweater knitting has gone away.
Yeah. Getting
miles of fingering weight sweater to do now.
So for my goals, I had said I wanted to get both sweaters done, the 2-week challenge sweater and the month-long, which was my shrug, the Turkish bed socks. And then remember I had said about Nikki's crocheted, I think it's a dishcloth. It was that linen stitch.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because I really wanted our check-ins to have, I wanted to do a monthly crochet project every
makes
time
sense.
we had it. Yeah, crochet didn't happen this month. I got as far as but I can show you, just because I'm so proud of it. This was last month, so I'm just going to show it off again because
do it up
because I love it. And
I will shamelessly take the self-promotion.
I know this is Jocelyn's pattern, except I didn't leave it open. I didn't leave it open to put my hand in. I just sewed it all the way around just to make a hot mat. And
I tend to sew mine up on all 4 sides because it's so large that even when I fold it in half to use it to pull things out of the oven, my hands are still quite safe. And then I've got that double thick layer going on. So when I want to just have a bowl of soup on the couch, it can be a piping hot bowl of soup and I can just eat it on the couch because my hand doesn't get overly hot.
Yeah.
No, it means a totally right call.
I like it. So I like it. And I've got like a bazillion yards here. And so
bazillion? Is that an accurate count?
Pretty close. I don't know. There's a lot.
We'll have to science that.
There's at least, another pot holder or 2 in here for sure. So yeah, so I was kind of bummed about that. I really meant last night to try and do something with the crochet and I was tired. I went to bed. So
I'm about to get tired.
I know, and that's what I thought, right? I'm like, you know what? These check-ins and my Monday nights, I never ever want to, stay up till 2 a.m, except for the 2 week sweater. That's the only exception to that rule. I'm not staying up till 2 a.m, so I can have it finished for the next day to podcast about, right? It's all about real life,
just the 2 week sweater challenge. I'll push myself, and I pay for it like last year I paid for it, and this year I'm paying for it too. My wrist is a little sore, but let's be honest, those last couple of days, like that last weekend, they were 12-hour knitting days, because I really tried to stick to that. If you were at work, I wasn't working on my sweater. Now, let's be honest, the minute after you would have left work, I started knitting. Like, there was no commute time calculated into that mess for me.
And that's
and on Thursday, I full on cheated and knitted during the day when I knew you were at work.
That's all right. Whatever. That's fine, right?
I try to keep it as fair as possible between the two of us, because otherwise I can knit whenever. Because I work from home, so and a lot of my work is listening, so I've got a lot of downtime to work with.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking next year, since we're both going to do a worsted weight cardigan.
I was so close.
You were so close.
So close.
I'm thinking that I might just take a week off work.
Oh, I love that idea. It gives me more knitting time.
And then we can just have a week of free for all, as much as we need. Because when I did this was bulky, held 2 strands together.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no full days of knitting. I mean, the most I knit on it was maybe like 4 hours and a day. Like, really, it was really, really quick. It was, so if you want a quick sweater, guys, this is it.
Yeah.
Go bulky, go bulky.
Go bulky. I have enough bulky sweaters, and I still have the Dreamy Weave cardigan that I want to finish, right? And that's another bulky weight cardigan. But then I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4 bulky weights, 3 cardigans and a pullover.
Yeah.
And I run warm.
So
that's more than enough for my closet.
More than enough.
So I need to start making worsted DK fingering weight ones.
Yeah.
Which I'll just get more wear out of. So I wanna get to the point where I'd like, ideally span it out a couple of years from now. I want to be comfortable with the idea of doing a DK or a fingering. Like, I'm like, next year worsted, and as soon as I can hit that worsted goal, I'm going to start pushing for the next one. I don't know how to be any other way. That's just who I am as a person. I love, and I know, why am I not in sports? Can't see, that's why I'm not in sports. But I love that push. What can you do? How far can you go? Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'll have to take 2 weeks off. As we go down in
have a vacation period for you.
I will need more vacation time.
Feel free to stop at whatever weight sweater you are comfortable with. You do not need to follow me into this particular rabbit hole. It is okay.
I signed up for Sock Madness, you guys.
You did? How's your first sock coming? Because the pro qualifier is out.
I know. It came out yesterday. I was at work. And I've been checking my email all morning because Karen messaged me yesterday morning. So it was early my time. Like, I don't know if it was like 8 o'clock, like around 8 in the morning.
That's the Karen in Germany?
Karen in Germany.
Yeah.
And she messaged me and she had sent me either the link or screenshotted in Ravelry where they had posted and said, okay, guys, qualifiers coming. Well, it just said, it gave you the like the sock, like the description, because they had put out, like, I guess for every sock, like yarn requirements kind of thing. You had a gist of kind of what was coming, and so they let us know what sock it was going to be for the qualifier.
I've already saved that sock to a favorites bundle, so when it's available for purchase after Sock Madness, it can be bought, because oh my god.
I know, it's great. So I know, I was so excited. So I went to work, and because I'm thinking, okay, it could come at any time now in the next 2 days, it's gonna start. And at lunchtime, I looked and it had come out half an hour before, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, okay, I need to like take a little break right now. And because I generally don't get breaks at work, but I'm thinking, okay, I think I can right now. And so I quickly looked at him, like, download, like, clicked, the PDF. I'm like, okay, open. I'm waiting for the image to open. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to be so exciting.
That's the qualifier sock.
I
It
know.
ain't a basic sock, folks.
No, it's not. No, it's
Not a
not.
basic sock, but
But
it
it's
is
not.
so pretty.
Yeah, and it's not crazy hard.
No.
No.
It's just a step up, right? You have to pay attention to what you're doing from what I'm seeing, what makes up the pattern, but it's not like you're going to
No.
intarsia a pair of color work socks or anything like thigh highs or something cabled. Like it's not like way out there.
No, it's doable. It's doable.
So what are
I
these
have,
ones? It's like favorite story to tell is I got a girlfriend who knits. Her very first knitting project ever was thigh high cabled socks. She went from never knitting to a pair of thigh high socks in cables. Still
why not?
knits.
Why not?
She's like, how easy or hard can we go? Can I go? I'm like, go as difficult as you want. You're the one who has to, power through it. And she's like, I survived engineering. I can survive this. She's right. She has a degree in engineering.
There you go.
There was a
Well,
lot
there
of
you go, right?
swearing about cables, but she was determined to win. And she did.
See? There you go. You just
Those
gotta
are
stick to
gorgeous
it, right?
socks.
You
Yeah.
only lose when you
Only use
quit,
when you
right?
quit. Yeah.
That's right.
For anybody who's wondering, I'm looking at my current whips in progress because I still don't know what I want to work on this month.
Well,
As
I
we
was
talk.
looking for my yarn for my sock madness sock, and I don't even know where it is. It's here.
I'm poking my head into things trying to figure out what's in what bag.
So, anyways, I have not started sock madness socks yet.
But there's only 2 weeks.
I know. I'm not stressing about that. I know I have 2 weeks, and so I'm good. I will use the 2 weeks.
So long as you're done the first sock by when did it release? Wednesday?
Wednesday, yes.
Yeah, so long as you're on the first sock by Wednesday, then you're on track to have the second sock done before the following Wednesday,
Exactly.
which is your due
Yeah.
date.
I'm not. I'm gonna start them tonight. I've got the yarn pulled out, and guess what? Guess what? You will not believe this. Karen and I are using the same color of yarn,
No way.
brown and green. Like basically
Such
this.
good colors.
This.
They're such good colors.
I posted a picture last night of mine because I went upstairs last night because the yarn I was thinking about using once I saw the pattern, I was like, yeah, don't like it
Not-
now. So
don't
I
like
went
it?
and
Okay.
surveyed all my stash, and I'm like, oh, I could do this and I could do this. And then Karen posted a picture on Instagram, and she's got hers all caked up and divided because she's doing 2 at a time. And I'm like, wait a second, it's the same colors, except I think she's doing them in reverse. So that'll be fun to see the reverse.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
fun. She's a Patreon member for the Northern Knits podcast,
yeah.
so she was posting in the Discord and stuff. So
Yeah.
she joins us in as much stuff as she can, given time difference.
Time difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, but I'm not panicking about that because I'm going to start them tonight, and it's all right. It's good. But yeah, so sock madness. So let's take a peek at the comments here. So,
Absolutely.
I think Nikki, I see somebody talking to Nikki. So Nikki must be here.
Ooh, hi, Nikki.
That's a sneak in, and I didn't see her, I think maybe. Oh, Sherry's laughing, and she says yardage is an estimate. Yeah, when I said I had like a bazillion meters. Oh, Melanie said something. Oh, like try Briggs and Little. Oh, so did that bother you knitting it, Melanie?
Briggs and Little is a woolly wool, so like it can bother some people because I'm going to use the word rustic. I don't really like using that word for it. It's a natural wool. So because there's no superwash processing to it, like you still get bits of hay and stuff into it. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
I love it, but I know not everybody can handle that on their hands.
No, not everybody can. Hold on. I have to find this ball.
That's fine. I mean, I'm looking for stuff off screen. Like, I'm going to complain about things being looked for off screen. Crazy.
Okay.
Of course I'm not.
I don't think I can quite reach it, but
and I keep staring. If you want to get fully off screen, nobody's going to tell you no.
Yeah, it's all right. It's like a dark it's chocolate brown, and this green is going to be my contrast color. So lovely. Really, pretty much the same as this. Surprise, surprise. So yes, casting on. I have my needles. I am just all set. It's just I worked on something else last night.
I gotta find around the neck with this yarn.
That's so pretty with all.
Look at the sparkle. I got 2 balls of it. It's the Red Heart roll with it. Sparkle. It's a red heart roll with its sparkle.
Ooh, it looks so pretty.
I used the other two balls I had, which were a white to pink gradient, and
Yeah.
I held them double, and I crocheted the Dylan cowl for my niece.
Yeah.
She loves it.
That's
I get
good.
texts. The pom poms are so huge. I made some big pom poms for that cowl. You could, they're pom pom or a theft deterrent. Like, geez, huge.
I love that. Bigger the better.
She loves them.
So yeah, so Sally, I don't have any socks to show you yet. Amber's pondering Louise and socks. She's thinking about that idea because I know those two things don't typically go together. But I know.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm going to surprise myself and everybody else.
Maybe this is just the thing you need.
Oh, Nikki is here.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, Nikki. Let's see. So Amber's telling you, Jocelyn, go with something lighter to rest your hands.
That's what I'm thinking, because I definitely strained my wrist a bunch this past 2 weeks. Which, you know what? I knew I was gonna do, so it is nobody's fault but my own.
Okay, I'm gonna while you're gathering stuff there.
Oh, it's all here. I'm sorting it.
I was just gonna say I think it was Susie asked about Sock Madness, and no, Jocelyn's not doing Sock Madness.
No. I love looking at pattern socks. I haven't committed to making a pair of pattern socks yet. I think I'll start by actually making a pair of pattern socks. I have a pair of pattern socks named after me. I still haven't made them.
You do. I know. I'm really excited. So I just have to get them started tonight, and then I'll be even more excited. So Susie, Sock Madness. Unfortunately, you cannot sign up for it now. The sign up is closed, and I don't know all of it really, because this is the first time I'm doing it. But the registration sign up is on Ravelry, and it opened February 1st and closed February 28th. And apparently, there's 7 rounds of sock knitting. First round is a qualifier. You have to get your pair of socks done within 2 weeks. And there's some pretty strict rules around this. Like, you can't modify, you have to knit the pattern exactly as written, the way the colors are. You can't, you can choose your colors, but if it's you can't change out your heel. If the heel and the toe and the cuff are all the same as your sock, your main sock, you can't do your heel a different color, because that's no. And you have to, so, and then after this qualifying round, then I think that then there's new patterns come out every time, and then there's the time frame keeps getting shorter and shorter, and they only allow so many people to go through to the next round. So you have to knit as quick as you can, get your pictures submitted, and then to find out if you've made it to the next round, or if I don't know how many people go through. That number of people have already submitted before you, and then sadly you just get to be
a cheerleader.
But you do get to have the patterns. So if at some point you get and then you get kicked out, then you still get the rest of the patterns when everything's all finished. So my goal is to get the qualifying round done and the next round. I don't have a really good goal. I don't have too high hopes, but I'm just gonna see how I go, see where it gets to. So let's see here. Amber's on her 8th pair. She has
socks.
Sock knitting machine, 8th pair of socks. That's fantastic. Hi, Anne. Hi, Sam.
Crazy pants.
So no, Amber's not doing Sock Madness, no, because she just said that it's just she likes doing them for fun and doesn't want the deadline knitting, even though she is so speedy. But I get it. Well, as soon as you put a deadline on something, it can either motivate you or it can totally overwhelm you. So,
oh yeah, easily.
Yeah,
it can easily end up being too much.
So, all right. So, hi, Tammy. Sock Madness is reflective of the college basketball in March. College basketball March Madness competition in the US. So that's the what they kind of based it on. That's good. Well, anyways, we'll see. I will keep you guys updated with my sock progress.
Oh yeah, I want all the progress photos.
I will keep you updated. Hopefully there'll be a cast on picture right shortly.
Oh, I hope.
Okay, so we should get back to, so my crochet project was like a no-go. Sorry, Nikki, if you weren't here then. I was gonna do your crocheted, it was like the slip stitch linen stitch kind of thing in crochet. Didn't happen.
The holly cardigan looks great in the bag, but I have not worked on it.
You didn't touch it?
Didn't even have time to touch it.
Okay, so there we go. 1 for 1. I didn't touch crochet, which I'm bummed about. You didn't touch the holly cardigan. Okay.
No, which is crochet. So there's the crochet project.
Well, that was that. Okay, so then what else? Do you want to, I can show my shrug because this was my other one. Okay, which one is that?
This is the body of the Steinkrieger.
Oh, yes. And then, okay.
This is the one where I started working on it after I was done the weekend stripy boyfriend one, but I couldn't, and I still got a bunch of body to knit. This is not 20 inches of body. This is not 20 inches of body.
Are you sure? Maybe if you look at it a different way, maybe it's 20 inches.
If I was making a cropped sweater, I'd be good to go, but I am not making a cropped sweater. So I have a lot more body to knit, and it's too heavy. Now the sleeves are already made. So like the sleeves are done. So once I'm done the body, I can connect the sleeves and I can get into the yoke.
Yeah.
But I know I need to take this month off bulky stuff. So this will have to get worked on in bits and pieces till the fall again, I suspect.
That's fine.
I don't generally have a call to use that size needle very often, so I'm not worried about it. Because I think that's an 8 mil that I have that on. That project, I think it's 8 millimeter.
Well, that'll go quick.
Yeah. I knows I need to rest my wrists.
Well, then absolutely, that's what you got to do. Yeah. So you guys probably saw this already, but I did get my shrug finished. I can't see. There. There it is. All done. I like it. Oh, I really like it. Love the color. So it got finished. I finished it. Yeah, I don't know. The day before, like the Monday was the last day of February. I think I finished it Sunday night. I had like a day to spare.
That's great.
Yeah, so I got 2 sweaters. I mean, I say 2 sweaters and I'm like, okay, well the shrug isn't really a sweater. You know, but I mean but I got 2 things done. I got 2 garments done. It counts. It totally counts. So I did do well for that. Okay. I can't believe Amber, are you sitting on pins and needles?
She is, because she wants to know about the socks.
I know.
See, here's the thing: is I found my skeins in my bag for my podcast anniversary sweater. These are the other 2 skeins.
That's so pretty.
I don't know where the caked ones or the sweater went, so I have to start looking for that when we're done, because they're not in the bag. Cool beans. All right.
Where are they?
They're either up there on top of the white cabinet that I store all of my paperwork in, or they're somewhere in there.
Can't be that far.
No, they're somewhere in this room. I just need to locate them. This room ate a tassel just before Christmas. It still hasn't given it back to me. So I don't know where in this room it is, but that is the hunt that needs to happen today.
Oh, hi, Carol. I'm glad you're joining us tonight. Oh, Amber said, Amber's she's got a little bit of a deadline because she's doing test knits for our local yarn shop, Little Red Mittens.
Okay, yeah.
So she's got to get them done by the end of March. So, so Nikki's saying, yes, the linen cloth, which is Nikki's pattern. That's right. Which Suzanne was so kind enough to gift it to me. So I will work on that.
New projects on one side of the chair the cat couldn't get through. She's getting grumpy with me. I fixed the problem. I made a hole. We're good.
Oh, Amber's saying the shrug is definitely a sweater. So I like it.
Okay,
yeah.
It counts.
It has arms and a body. That's Susanna. You're right. It does. I guess it's just because there's like no shaping and no raglan and no like actual armhole. Like
I think about it
is so
think it was shrunk like a cropped sweater. It is a sweater. It does count.
Yeah.
It's just a specific style of sweater that not everyone's into.
That's true.
Mhm.
True.
Just
I
like
think
swan
it's
shows.
so comfy. Yeah. Yeah. See, and I don't know if I would wear one of those. Maybe
I
would.
can appreciate the look of a swan show. I know I would
Hmm.
not like to wear a swan show. It is not
Yeah,
a
I'm not
body
sure.
shape that I like on me. I do like the look of them though. They are pretty. I just know I don't enjoy them on me, so I would never make one.
Yeah. Well, and then somebody posted one, I think it was Sandy in the Fiber Friends Facebook group today. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the pattern name, but she posted a link and it was beautiful color work. It was gorgeous, gorgeous. So yeah, they look great on some people, but maybe I'll do one.
Oh no, I don't doubt it.
All it takes is somebody to say, hey, Louise, do you want to knit with us with me? And next thing you know, I'll be like casting one on. So
Louise, we've just about talked ourselves into meeting up and doing this more often than once a month. And all it took was a suggestion and we're almost there.
uh,
I don't know about us, man. I don't know about us.
No, Amber.
Could you settle down there, kitten? You're good. No, you don't need up.
Amber, you were the second person who I have heard tell me today that they're quarantining. So Amber's hubby wasn't feeling well and did a test and he's positive. So they are in quarantine for a week.
I appreciate that you're quarantining because not everybody is going to anymore.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to that point where things are going to start changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you.
Oh, Melanie.
I don't want you.
Okay, Melanie, how in the world do I say it? Okay, so Melanie put the name of the swan show in here. Oh,
okay.
What was it? Oh no, she was actually said it was a poncho. The nil. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It starts with an N.
What? What do you want?
Nilnik.
You're like a small child. Come here.
I don't know. Anyways, oh, Susanna said she yes. Oh, it was a swan show. Okay, yes.
I like ponchos.
Yeah, I love ponchos too. Oh, there's a kitty. I fed Daisy, so I will not see her because she's like,
This one's been fed.
She looks so sweet.
She just occasionally decides she has to sleep on mommy, which always ends up with her going and baby mode. What are you doing?
Oh,
and flop.
Nilnichik. See, thank you. See, I know part of my problem is, right, is I'm having the worst time seeing out of these classes. So
you need new glasses.
I do, but I have to wait till the fall to get them. So I have to suffer through. And so anyways, Melanie typed it out, but she put spaces between the letters. And I'm like through the syllables, and I'm like, that I can see. That makes it easier.
Oh yeah.
So Amber, he's quarantining from you. Yeah, well, let's hope that you don't come down with it on top of the problems you've had with your knee. This is not a way.
Just make it worse.
Not a way to get an extra week of knitting time, Amber.
No, because if you get sick with that, it is more than the flu.
Yeah.
Quite sick.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, so shall we? Have we drawn out the suspense long enough?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Shall we talk about? So I decided to do the Turkish bed socks.
Okay.
They are a fingering weight sock that's a slipper. Like it has no leg on it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Do you want to tell? Okay, so which one did you do?
I looked at doing the Joe's Perfect Slipper Socks, which is a worsted weight or two fingering held double.
Right.
Same idea. There is no leg, so it is a slip-on house sock.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you? Okay, the $1 million question. Everybody is sitting on their like pins and needles. Mm-hmm. Did we cast on?
I did cast on.
Did we finish?
No, we did not finish.
Did you finish one?
We had a problem. There's an error. that occurs between the chair and the computer sometimes. It's kind of nebulous. It's me, guys. I'm the error. I could not, for the life of me, read this pattern and have it make sense. And I know it's me because this happens to me every once in a while. I'll read a pattern and I just cannot get my brain to wrap around what it is they're trying to instruct me to do. And I've learned in the past that means walk the F away from the pattern for a month or two, come back and it'll click and I will be golden. Don't know why. I have to do it with every. You are so heavy, buddy. You're like 20 pounds. I am
loving her. She is just like living her best life there. She is just so comfy.
You are so heavy. Can you lose weight, please? This is hard to carry you with one arm. If I wanted a 20-pound toddler, I'd have had a child. This is how this works for humans. I don't know why this is her favorite way to sit, but this is her favorite way to sit.
You just look like a rag doll in your arms.
She's heavy. Like my bicep is so buff on my right arm now. Last couple of years carrying her like this. It is ridiculous. She'll also do this in bed. She'll like perfectly flat on her back, belly up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I did. I cast it on in worsted. I cast it on with some Karen cake because I got some Karen cakes. I got a lot of Karen cakes. I got like a whole cubby of Karen cakes.
Me too.
And I struggled for about 20 days to get this pattern to work in my head because I'm like, I gotta figure it out. I could not get it to work in my head. And I have done plenty of Cozy Up Knits patterns. So I know their pattern formatting. I know how their patterns work. After a while, you get a feel for the designer, right? God, she's so heavy. So I was like, okay, it's me. I know it's me. So I stopped.
Yeah.
I ripped it all out and I said, I want to have a pair of flippin' socks by the end of the month. So I just did a basic toe up vanilla sock and just made them super shorties so that they could be cotton post bathtub socks.
Perfect.
So I did get a pair of socks done. Are they the pair of socks I was supposed to get done? Oh, heck no.
Good for you. Well, look at you. That's a total surprise. So I love that. Just
literally on Monday. I got mad. I gave up and I cast it on a pair of worsted weight socks. And there's no Thursday, and I finished just before coffee this afternoon. Are you done now?
You.
Crikey's, you're heavy, buddy.
But that's exactly it, right?
I love you.
Sometimes she's just. But that's what happens, right? Sometimes, a pattern just doesn't click.
Just doesn't click. And I know when I go back and I try it again later next month, 3 months from now, I'll read it and I'll be like, what the heck was wrong with my head? It makes total sense.
Yep.
I know better. I know it means I have to leave it. So I'm interested in doing the Turkish bed socks still. And I have that pattern as well too. Thank you, Susanna. She gifted me both Joe's perfect slipper socks and the Turkish bed socks pattern. Among other patterns, she gave me 5. So I want to revisit them. I don't know if maybe it was just because I was stressed with all the sweater knitting and things going on. But,
right? Sometimes that's it because you want to be able to cast on, you want to be able to knit, and you got a deadline and you want to get it done, and then that's when it just doesn't make sense in your head, right?
Yeah.
Well, so my Turkish bed socks, I did not get a pair finished.
Well, they're fingering weight.
So they're fingering, but
they're more work.
But they do knit really quick. And I left the sides open just to show you. So it is almost done. I'm working on toe decreases right now.
Okay.
So I'm very, close. Like probably tonight, if I was to work on them, I could finish them tonight because it did go really quick. And this pattern, it's a church mouse pattern. Church mouse, is that what I want to say? Church mouse knits or church mouse yarns, or
maybe church mouse yarns,
something like that. They've been around forever, right? And so the pattern, super well written. They have a picture of the sock with arrows pointing to each of the parts all the way around the sock. Nice. And the pattern is written in chunks, so it's like part 1, part 2, part 3, and the numbers, like part 1 on the picture of the sock, they have an arrow pointing like this is part 1, this is part 2. So really well written because it's a very unique construction. So like 10 out of 10, if you want something a little different and fun and something out of the ordinary, this would
Try
be a
those.
great one to do because you cast on this top band. So where my dark
Freak.
stripes, not
If you
here.
ooze that way, you will land on your head. Yeah, that's how cats end up on their heads. On their heads. Would you like down? Oh, do you know how you
Not
get down? You get down that way. Go that way. Oh my God, you're heavy.
Give
My
your
arm
arm.
is
You need to
sore.
shake your arm. So
Oh,
see where the color changes. So see, it's joined in the round here, but you don't start in the round. You start out by knitting a long skinny rectangle. So
Okay.
right where that color changes, this dark bit, and it goes all the way around to over here. So that's what you cast on. This is my cast on edge, and you just work flat, and you do the band, and then you do the heel flap, and then there's like a heel wrap. You don't actually do short rows,
Okay.
but you still get the little look of a heel turn here. And then they tell you very specifically what to do and what needle. And then before you know it, you're joining in the round. And then you're just working on the toe. So this here is the side. So this is supposed to be seamed up, and you can do it when you come to this part, you can just seam these.
Or you can seam it after.
You can seam it after because I was yeah, I didn't want to take the time to seam it. I just wanted to keep knitting. But it's kind of like as you're knitting it, you're like, okay, how is this working? And I'm casting off stitches where, and this is going to be in the round. So it was very, very inventive. Like whoever sat and thought about, well, what if I did this? And then I could do this and I could turn it into this. I'm like, yeah, really, it was really, really fun. It was fun. So I would definitely make some more of these. I'm not even sure what size needle I ended up going with. I don't know if I think it's like a 3 or a 3 1/4 or something like that.
Okay.
I might go down a needle size because I did try it on and it doesn't feel too snug. And I just thought, I wonder if I could go a little snugger maybe. But it's one of those things, you don't really know until you've knit it once.
No, you won't.
But I think it'll be fine. But look that's where your foot goes in. And they have like really cute little details. There's like a little like reverse stockinette little band here.
Okay.
Yeah, it is really, really fun. So yeah, I don't know. It is just really fun. Alice is saying, gotta trust the pattern. That's exactly it, because I just worked kind of row by row and I thought, okay, whoop, I've got one section done. I've got the other section done. And I'm like, yeah.
As soon as I figure out what the pattern's telling me, I will do as pattern instructs. Again, I know it's a computational error between the chair and the computer.
Susanna's saying Church Mouse Yarns Classics.
Okay.
Church House Yarns and Tea. Yes, that's right. I remember it's saying Church House Yarns and Teas. And I thought, oh, that's an interesting combination. So that's fun. Oh, Anne is saying she did a pancetta. I did a pancetta by Elizabeth Smith years ago and love it. I like Elizabeth Smith's patterns.
What's a pancetta?
Pancetta? I don't, maybe it's just a poncho. Is that just the name, the pattern name, maybe?
It makes sense if that's a poncho.
Poncho. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so Alice is totally right. Just got to trust the pattern. And so now that I've got all this really cool, fun stuff done, now it's just really like knitting a foot on a sock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then just doing some toe decreases. So, and if you want to go and if you want to do these, like I think these would make great Christmas gifts or little stocking stuffers. It is a paid pattern, but I think it'd be well worth it. It's a fun little knit, and it should easily get a pair out of a 50 gram ball. So definitely, I'm having fun with it. So I'm not done, but I got all the fun bits. Now I can just like knit.
It's still some serious progress.
Yeah.
Also,
and I
if you're
really
watching this later, this cord is driving me crazy.
oh, no.
She sent me a pair of sock needles to try.
When did I cast this on? Well, no, I did cast it on earlier in the month because, I was going to try to stay on track and not leave it till the last minute. So I did get part of it done, a little bit, not too much, but then most of it I did in one night or 2 nights. Yeah. So it would be a quick little knit. Like it could be easily a weekend project. Oh, Susanna is saying, pancetta is a cropped poncho capelet knit seamlessly from the bottom up. Makes a perfect little layering piece.
Now I do have a knitted cape in my Ravelry library from Emily Knits in Paris.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. Because I'm making Victorian walking skirts and blouses and stuff, so I just feel like a cape is necessary. It's for aesthetic reasons. It's for the look. It's for the look. Guys, when I say making walking skirts, I hand sew my hems. So like there's a lot of steps in the skirt to start with. And I hand sew pieces of it. Not all of it, but pieces of it. So it's going to take a while before it is done.
Well, yeah, that's going to take a bit of time, right? Just checking the comments here.
No worries.
There, yeah. Well, okay, so we did, really, it was sweater month. So to get anything much else done was kind of
going to be
pushing it. But you got a pair of socks done this week. So that is a big achievement. So what yarn did you say that was again?
This is just some Karen cakes that I've Susanna sent me.
So like the Karen cake, the cotton ones though.
Yeah, it's the cotton Karen cakes. Yeah, because I wanted a pair. I mean, I have ends to weave in. Not that I'll ever do it, but I have ends to weave in. 2 to be precise. And I will end up wearing these post bath. So like when you lotion up your feet really good, once you're out of the bathtub, just to wander around and while the lotion soaks in, because it's much better to do that with a cotton.
Okay, I cannot knit that. I was going to keep knitting on the Turkish bed sock, but I cannot because I can't keep track of if it's a decreased round or not, or what needle I'm on. So I'm not going to do that while I'm trying to talk because it's not working for me. Ooh. Oh, a cap for your wardrobe. What? Oh, Amber's saying for a Victorian era outfit, you would want a cap for your wardrobe.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so and I'm guessing Susanna and Amber are talking to Nikki about yarn for maybe test knitting her new poncho. It was a poncho or poncho?
I think it's a swatcho.
Poncho. I just remember seeing the like some of the pattern detail in it. It was like really super fun.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see how people work that up in different colors and have the pattern come out, because it looks so good. Guys, I'm the world's worst test knitter. I love deadlines and I next to never on the making them because I'm always over committed to other things. So I do not sign up for test knits because I know I don't dedicate the time necessary to it.
I did a sock test knit once a few years ago. I'm like, never again. That was like way too stressful. Like the deadline for Sock Madness is no big deal because it's only me. I'm like, if I make it, it's just, exactly. But when you've got the designers waiting and wanting feedback and your yardages and everything, and I'm like, oh no, that totally stressed me out. Totally would not do that again. I didn't. No, probably not. I've learned never to say never, but thinking it's not on my list of things I really want to try and do.
I'm not a good test knitter because I
Yeah.
make alterations, I make adaptations,
Exactly.
and I tweak the patterns to fit me because the patterns might have a beautiful fit for somebody else. I want it to fit me. So it's like the Cozy Up Knits are coming up with the brioche hug, which is the brioche version of the simple hug.
Oh yeah.
I'm still like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna make it. I'm still making like the smallest to second smallest size because I don't like things that overly baggy.
Right.
So like right there, I'm already not making it for my chest size. So I can't tell them how it's supposed to fit with all the required positive ease because I'm not going to have all the required positive ease of it. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I found really doing Talk Madness. I'm liking, this is the total opposite of what I teach and what I do, is because you have to knit just like a test knit. You got to knit exactly how it is, no modifications. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that goes against everything. Cause I'm always like, well, tweak this or do this or change the length or do this. And it's like, nope, cannot do that this time. So just knit it the way it is. Oh, Sally's asked, have I picked a pattern for March? No, Sally, I haven't. I have my yarn. It's gonna be
for the around the neck.
No, yes, I have. Oh my gosh,
that's the other one. I don't want that one.
I did. I'm gonna do brioche, but do I have a brioche pattern yet? I have a hat pattern that I wrote up a couple of years ago, and I'm thinking that I may just work that into a cowl. I think I'm going to do that.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
That's going to be, I don't know. It depends how late I stay up tonight.
I've been watching everybody make the Musselburgh hat.
Yes.
So I'm going to make one. Still not really a hat wearer, though the girls on Discord assure me my face looks fine in a hat.
Oh, of course.
I got some hand spun a year and a bit ago from a woman named Jocelyn. She runs the Drop Spinners Guild here in the city. Like she runs the group of them, and she is an amazing. She got me into spinning. So she's an amazing spinner and a very wonderful woman. She gifted me some hand spun for my birthday because she knew it had been a crappy birthday because I had my birthday in 2020. We went into lockdown. If everybody remembers, it was the 15th of March.
Yep. And then you were, that was bad timing. You just missed your birthday.
Well, we'd had my birthday, but we were worried about whether or not we should be going for dinner or not.
Yeah.
Because it was starting to get really scary. We were starting to have cases everywhere. So I mean, we ended up deciding to go for dinner, but oh man, I think we went into lockdown literally a few days after my birthday dinner, which was a few days after my birthday. So it's like, okay, that's one way to celebrate your birthday.
Well, and then at least you got it in.
Snuck it in.
Okay. So Anne, who was talking about the pancetta, she said it is the pattern name. It's a bit like a poncho, but it's not as big.
Okay.
So yeah, she said we should go check it out on Ravelry.
We should.
Yeah.
No, I think so, yeah. That's an idea.
What's that?
They really want us to meet up more than once a month for this. Our middle of the month one could be like the things that we've seen on Ravelry that we would like to add to a favorites bundle or we want to make or pique our interest. That would be a way to do it without talking about the secret knitting. Huh?
Oh.
How's that for an idea?
That's a possibility. Oh, and Nikki says, yes, hers is a swan show. Oh, and she said it'll be called the Knox Swan Show. It has a lace body and fitted sleeves. Lace body. That sounds really nice. Ooh, what is that, Amber? You finished your second minaret at midnight. What is that?
It's a cowl.
Why does that sound familiar? Okay.
It's a cowl.
Okay. Your second one. Fantastic.
Yeah, because I saw the post for one of them on the Facebook group.
Oh,
okay. It's a color work cowl.
So then did you just do the opposite colors again, Amber? Oh, Alice has got a really good question. Okay, sure. So Amber and Jocelyn and I are not gonna be able to answer this because it's about test knitting, but Amber probably could, or anybody else who does test knits, or maybe Nikki as a designer. Alice is asking for test knitting, what if you end up hating the pattern? So that
For me, it depends. For the few test knits that I've made calls for patterns that I have finished, I run fairly loosey-goosey. So if they run across a problem or they have to put the project down, I've never been mad about it.
yeah,
Because you can start something and then end up not enjoying it.
yeah. And I mean, I guess
So,
that is always a possibility, right?
yeah.
And as a test knitter, it's not, you're not being paid. You don't, like, I think most knitters aren't, you're just doing this for fun and you get the pattern and everything, right? So it's, I mean, sometimes I guess as a designer, you have to kind of figure that sometimes that could happen, right? Life or something could come up where somebody just can't do the time commitment, or somebody really doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I guess they can bow out, right? I mean, what are you going to say? So hopefully,
I mean, there's not much. I mean, you'd probably think twice about having them test knit a pattern for you again, depending on why they said they didn't like the pattern.
yeah,
Like if it's the formatting or something, then you'd be like, okay, it's not specific to the patterns. That's how I choose to present the pattern. So you're always going to have a problem with my patterns. And I know for some of the bigger designers, they probably have to be really careful that people are offering to test knit the pattern so that they don't have to pay. Because being paid a fair wage in this industry is incredibly difficult.
it is. It is.
So like that has got to be a concern for designers. That people are constantly offering to test it just so that they don't have to pay for the pattern.
Yep. And I guess that's one way. Yeah, you get the fun of doing it. You get to see it beforehand. You get to kind of go through and critique it. If that's your thing, like if you've got that analytical brain, that's a good way to say, yeah, this maybe should be worded different, or there's this or something.
Just hugely helpful.
Yeah, it is, exactly. Yeah. And you're getting the pattern. So that's nice. So Tammy says, oh, she learned to read closely for test knits, fingering on size 2 and 3 for a sweater. Love pattern stockinette. Stockinette took forever.
It really does feel that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can, right? Oh, so Susanna's talking about her yarn. So I'm guessing this is for Nikki's test knit, is Anchor Bay from Cascade Yarns, color number 4 in light gray. That'll look nice.
The Anchor Bay stuff is nice.
Yes. Oops, let's see here. And okay, so Anna's saying the pancetta isn't cropped. Oh, that would be horrid on her. She's tall and not skinny. Oh well. Okay.
Cropped works fine on all body types. You just have to pay attention to the cropped. So if your body frame looks better with a looser baggier fit, a looser cropped looks better. But if you are my body type, or that you tend to look better at structured, I wear a crop top fine at nearly 6 feet tall. I have to have them on the touch long side so that they're hitting me at the smallest part of my waist, which is where a crop top is supposed to end on you. The smallest part of my waist is a little bit farther down than some people's. So my crop tops tend to be a bit longer, but they have to be fitted because the baggier styles don't look as good on my body frame. So everybody can wear a crop. It's just what kind of crop is it?
See, and maybe that's my thing. Maybe I haven't, because cropped stuff is not my favorite at all. But
I tend to pair cropped stuff with high-waisted skirts or maxi dresses. So I'm creating that 2/3 one, 1/3 another, which is a very good ratio for people.
Definitely need that. Yeah.
So that's what I do. Same as like, would a swancho look fine on me? Yeah, a swancho would look fine on me. I hate excess fabric on my arms, and I hate it. It's a personal thing. I do not like excess fabric there. Drives me up the wall. So it isn't that the swancho's the problem. It's my preferences for a fitted sleeve.
Oh yeah. Oh, Alice, I think is kind of muscle
the muscle burrow. It's that hat where you knit the hat, and then you knit the hat, and then you fold the hat inside the hat, and you have a double layer hat. I want to make that hat.
I know I knit one of the, not that pattern, but there was another one And I did it in 2 colors. So you could reverse it. So what was inside, and then, yeah, it was nice. And they're
Oh,
nice and they're double
'cause I was
thickness.
telling
So they're
I was
great.
telling a story about that, wasn't I? Yeah, because the handspun that I got from Jocelyn to knit out of is like a sport. So I want to use the handspun variegated sport on the one, and the other half of it I want to make out of like a solid gray or solid cream or something. So I can
Yeah.
have a double layer DK weight hat that I can make the brim as big as I want it.
Yes. All right. So let's see. So, Alice is saying, yeah. So her birthday's, it was March 17th. So, and it was her 60th birthday 2 years ago. And so that's what happened to her. The city shut down for her birthday.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I mean, like, I know I'm special, but it's taking it a little far. My mom called me the day we went to let down. She's like, what did you do? I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Amber said, so she had that happen. So the Harborside shawl was one that she was excited to knit, but she was glad to be done and would never knit it again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it happens.
So Nikki's chiming in here. So as a designer, she said, the concern is as a designer, I have seen people do this and nab the pattern and go. Yeah, seen that.
And it's
But then
happened.
so then I guess you just know if
It's
they
the
ever
risk you're
come back,
taking.
if they ever come back around again,
No.
you'll just say sorry.
And there's also going to be people out there that share the patterns with their friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is a whole other big problem.
Yeah. That's not good. Oh, hi, Lisa. She said, Lisa finished test knit and really didn't like the finished product. I'm a process knitter and love the making. So you're ripping it out.
Yeah, some people do that. I know also does that with socks. She'll test knit like the largest size in the pattern just because it's always the largest size, the smallest size you have the problem finding testers for. And then she just rips it out when she's done. Now she's discovered the largest size is like the lady large range for most sock patterns, which is my foot size. So I get socks now. Fair. I have feet and I love them. So it works great for me. It's a lot to commit to that size sock.
Yes. So, okay. So Amber said, yes. So she's talked to the ladies at Little Red Mitten. And so so it looks like she's kind of tweaked. They know that they know Amber likes to knit socks. So that's what she's knitting for them. So that's a good thing.
That works.
That works great. Yeah. Okay. So we should talk about goals.
We should.
For next month.
Which will be April. How crazy is that?
It'll be spring. It'll be spring.
We will have officially hit lake season and I'll moved into my hip waders.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, spring kind of means wet, mucky, muddy, but anyways, it'll be the change of seasons for sure. So I really don't even know what I should work on. I mean, I know I'm going to do the crochet because I want to do Nikki's pattern and I want to keep doing some crochet. And I've gone a whole month without crocheting. And now I'm afraid I'm going to have totally, forgotten everything that I thought I had learned. So I'm definitely going to do the crochet pattern.
Everybody always says like practice makes perfect. I was watching an Instagram reel where it was like, like practice makes. The guy was talking to a crowd in the sound clip and they're like, perfect. And he went, no, dismantle that belief system. Practice just makes you better. Nobody ever gets to that perfect stage. I'm like,
nobody gets to perfect.
Nobody gets to perfect. And I'm like, I like that.
That is very true, right?
This is the thing. So I need to start wrapping up some designs. I got like 12 of them on paper. I need to put some on the needles. I need to get some done. So I'm going to do a spinning project. And I'm going to do a design project. And I'm going to do a personal project. So I'm still going to keep to the 3 to 4 items a month.
Sorry, guys. I got to.
Yeah, that's fine.
I get comfy here.
I get comfy. Spinning is spinning. I'm still drop spinning more than I'm wheel spinning. So I'm just going to pick up whatever happens to be at my drop spindle and start working on that again. So I didn't bring that down because that's just going to happen because they're habits I want to start building into again. I may have been listening to nonfiction books again, guys. It's always a problem when I do this to myself. And I know for sure the design one is going to be a spring-based shawl because Mother's Day is coming up and my mom would like a new shawl. She would like one with no armhole spaces. when you lift your arms,
That's
there's the
right.
space under your arm. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. So yeah.
So I want to make a half circle shawl for my mom. It's actually big enough that when she drapes it on and lifts her arms to read, she doesn't have a draft.
Yeah.
Because your back gets cold. Your back can spasm, especially if you've done damage to your back through your muscles and stuff.
Yeah.
Or, if you've done damage elsewhere, and that's where the issue presents. So I have to do that. So like 2 projects already decided off the hop before I even sat down. I knew I wanted a spinning and I wanted a half circle shawl for my mom. And since I've got a couple half circle shawl patterns on paper, and my mom's like, she doesn't care. She just wants the shawl. So that's going to happen.
Okay, so do we get to guess or vote here?
We're going to vote on the 3rd project.
On the 3rd project. Okay, so.
Because the shawl one I've got is here, and I'm going to be using some linen cotton in a fingering.
Oh, I love that.
Blue and in this green, because my mom's favorite colors are blue and green.
Oh, perfect.
And this is what are you? This is a Fireweed Fiber Co. band. That's not what this is.
That's not. Oh, Nikki's saying yes. So Nikki's saying you and me both. So I'm guessing, Nikki, you've got a lot of patterns in the works too.
Yeah.
I do too. And I am planning this coming weekend. I am taking a little bit of a break and I'm focusing on some design work.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of work.
It is. And I just thought, so I thought I am just going to clear some time and shut my phone off and be like, I just have to focus.
You're 60% linen, 40% cotton.
So Anne
32% cotton, 68% linen.
Cotton.
This
I like
blue and
that.
green.
I've got some cotton linen blend up in my stash too.
Which would be good for my mummy. Good for my mummy.
So Anne had the same thing. Anne's birthday is March 15th, and the last meal was pizza with a friend on the 14th. And we did the same thing because my dad's birthday is March 6th. And so whatever the weekend was, so it was probably like the weekend before everything closed down. We did a family dinner out at a restaurant with him. And then that was our last time we were all together for quite a while.
Yeah. So that's fine.
All these memories, we're never going to forget, are we? Where we were March 2020. We're going to remember that till our end of days, right? We're going to remember.
It'll be a 20-year reunion before we know it, because if we all stop and think about it, it's been 20 years since the 9th of, September 9/11.
Oh, I know, really? I mean, 20 years, it does go by quick, right?
Because that was September of the year I graduated high school, so I was at work that year. So I remember where I was, but that was 20 years ago, guys. My 20-year high school reunion has come and gone. And I'm not going to lie, kind of thankful we were in a pandemic, so I didn't have to go. So there has been perks. My thinking is, because I've got a shawl design that I have to do, and I've got spinning that I want to do, and there's already the around the neck challenge this month, and I already have a fingering weight sweater for the podcast anniversary. This is 4 projects. This is not counting whatever I cast on for the spring cowl, which will be like 5 or 6. So like whatever it is I'm working on, I feel like it needs to be crochet. So I'm highly tempted to either start the stripy slouch cardigan.
Ooh.
Because a cardigan in a month is nothing for me in crochet. That is actually quite easy to do. I can do a full crochet cardigan in a week as a challenge. So do I use that black and gold shown out back there and finally make the cardigan I've been wanting to make out of that?
Yeah, because you've been talking about that for a while.
Or do I try to finish the holly cardigan this month?
Ooh.
The worsted, which is about as heavy as I want to work in this month.
That's not a fair question, because we all know she should
finish. Totally fair question.
Cardigan, but I want her to cast on the new one.
Totally fair question. I don't know what you're talking about. So that's the debate, guys. Actually, let's check. What do I have left on that holly cardigan?
Okay, you guys, type furiously, finish or start a new one. I guess it's not cast on because it's crochet, right? That the slouch, that's a crochet one too. So yeah, it's not casting on.
No, it's putting on the hook.
Putting it on the hook.
Yeah. Where
Okay.
even am I
Oh
on
my
this?
gosh.
I
I
need
can't,
sleeves.
I
I
can't
need
believe I'm gonna
sleeves
say this, but
and a
I think
shawl.
I like that. I think you should finish that.
You heard it here first, people. Louise chose a finish over a cast on.
Oh, what is wrong with me? I never do that.
I
But
was
I
because
like
oh, I remember because I was having such problems with the first sleeve, and I finally got the first sleeve figured out. That's why I can continue on with the project now. I've got my sleeve shoulder the way I want it because I made some modifications to the pattern to make it a more fitted cardigan. Because again, not a huge fan of oversized cardigans.
oh. Okay. Oh, so Nikki said, I'm gonna go backtrack here a little bit. Nikki said, so she's Jocelyn. That's why she likes swan show. So she's talking about, I think your mom and the shawl and like the, and she said that's why she likes the swan.
The excess fabric in the sleeves would make my mother walk around going, I feel like a bat. It would, no, it's not going to fly. Not for my mom.
Yeah, so Nikki says that's why she likes the swan shows because it's like wearing a shawl but with fitted sleeves that don't get in the way. Yeah.
My mom's cardigans stop at elbow. She doesn't do sleeves, but it's a good idea, and I think it's an excellent idea. I know my mom will not be into it. My mom just has finally admitted that maybe jeggings are more comfortable than blue jeans. Me and her granddaughter feel like we've won a victory.
He's finally admitting that.
She likes jeggings. We were anti-jegging for a long time.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I agree. They're comfy. Okay. Amber or Sam has a question for you.
Sure.
And where did it go? It said, is crochet hard to do?
No.
There you go, Sam.
No, crochet's not hard to do. Crochet is as hard as knitting, which means it looks like magic till you're doing it. Then you're like, nah, that's good.
Oh no, Amber's got something for you. She says, why don't you crochet and crochet something for around your neck challenge?
Oh, I could do that. I haven't crocheted a shawl, and I do have all the skeins for the chocolate covered cherry wrap. So if I did the chocolate covered cherries wrap as my around the neck for this month, then I could do a knitted project, which opens up a whole plethora because there's the fingerless mittens, which would be good to finish this month. There's a couple of Stephen West shawls.
I think you are not finishing those fingerless mitts just so every month you can mention them and hear me cringe. They're gonna be around forever.
This would be the season, either this month to get them done or not look at them again till fall. Because I'm running out of time when I've been wearing them.
Oh God. And you guys, please vote for these fingerless mitts. Please, let's get them done and over with.
Louise is over it.
Not the fact that yes, I can't bear to hear about them any longer. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just kidding. But honestly,
bitches, she doesn't like you.
But it is the season, right? It is almost coming up to time where you could actually wear them.
Yeah, wear them out and not specifically just like in the office and stuff. So like it is fingerless mitten season. So like that is not a hard push or sell for me. Whereas I tend to pick up Stephen West stuff in the summer because that's when I want a complicated shawl when I'm sitting outside or I've got the wind and I'm air conditioning and then it's not a lot on my lap, or even when it gets to the size where there's a lot on my lap, it's still just fingering weight. Because there's no way I'm putting a sweater body on my lap in July.
Yeah,
nope.
I can agree with that.
Not unless your name is Aaron and I am sample knitting for you. It's not happening. It's not happening. I don't do it. I don't work on blankets in the summer either for the same reason, unless they're like piecemeal small bits, because I cannot stand having extra weight on me in the summer. Because I'm already hot.
No, not unless you're in air conditioning or you're in someplace cool, for sure.
Now, if I'm sitting in front of my window air conditioning unit in my living room, yeah, I'll work on a sweater because I'm literally sitting in front of the thing that puts out the cold air.
Yeah, then it's different. Then you can do a heavy project.
Yeah.
Okay, you got some votes for finishes here.
Okay. Because I mean, there is the worsted weight. Where did I put it? I have too much going on beside me, guys.
Okay, so Kim said finish. Nikki said finish with lots of exclamation points.
Ooh, exclamation points.
Jen said finish the holly cardigan. Hi, Nancy. And hi, Kim. Nancy said start the new one.
Nancy, you rebel.
Melanie said finish, it's gorgeous. Sally said finish. Sherry says finish. Alice says finish.
Because if we all remember, I have my black turtleneck worsted weight Kirk's pullover to finish, and I just cast it on the sleeves. I got cuffs.
Wow.
I have temptations abound. Temptations abound.
See, Alice is putting, she's talking here about knitting a necklace, which would totally work for the around your neck challenge.
It would. I wouldn't wear it afterwards. I probably wouldn't make it, but it would definitely work for around the neck challenge. Who is it that's doing that beautiful crochet collar? Oh, it looks so good.
Who's doing Diane. That? I think it's Diane. I think it's Diane. Okay. So, Nikki has she's like just figured out your whole knitting here for your month here, I think.
She's got my schedule set for me.
She does.
She has my schedule prepared.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Finish the mitts.
Finish the mitts.
And the sweater.
And start
a crochet around the neck pattern.
And start a crochet around. Okay, that's 4.
There.
I top out at 4 because 4 is a lot. Even with 2 of them being crochet, 4 is a lot.
You can do it.
Okay. Spinning project, shawl for my mom, the fingerless mittens of doom, and the holly cardigan. They're not. The mitten pattern is called Be Relentless.
Pattern of doom. That has such a good ring to it.
I said that for a blanket for the longest time because it was.
That's right.
The queen size blanket of doom, but that was because it was a queen size blanket made up of 2.5 centimeter wide or inch wide granny squares that were then seamed together. Then you gave it a border.
Oh, yeah.
It's really pretty. I want to make one for myself, but I can't. I cannot bring myself to cast one on because it just hurt. Just hurt. The sewing alone took nearly 50 hours.
Oh my word. Are you kidding? 50 hours? That's like a week. That's a full-time job.
It took me a full-time amount of hours in 1 week to do it. Me and my mom didn't really track the hours, but I started on the Monday and I finished the following Tuesday, Wednesday. That's all I did all day was sew squares.
Oh, that would not be fun.
It wasn't.
That would not be fun.
It's not fun.
I'm a knitter, not a sewer. I don't like that.
I sew and it wasn't fun. It was like halfway through, I'm like, I hate myself.
Oh.
But I hadn't made the pattern before, so I made it as directed. When I do another one, because I will probably do one for myself,
yeah,
I will crochet them together as I go. But I'm a far more comfortable crocheter now than I was when I started the project.
So yeah, so now you've got extra confidence and skills, and now you can just you know what to do to not have to do that again. Oh my word.
There's also like the quilt blanket, and I want to pick up that this summer. Find some of the yarn, find more of the yarn for it, pick it up again this summer because they're nice small grid squares, and keep building the grid squares till I have enough to make a bed.
That would be nice. That would be nice. So let's see, Sam, Sam, we picked out 2 patterns for Sam. So hopefully that helps get your sock or your knitting mojo back.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Ellis says, so it was Donna Amelia pattern on Ravelry for the knitted necklace.
Okay. So they look really good, but I know I wouldn't wear one, and I'm not a fan of making things that don't serve a purpose for myself or for someone in my life. It's the practical gift giver in me or the practical maker in me.
Yep. And I know a lot of people do. Like when I think of knitted jewelry, like knitted bracelets and necklaces, especially if they have beads in them, I think of Laura Nelkin. Yeah. She does tons of patterns. And
for the thing for your challenge, when you do one where it's like on the head, I really need one where it's a generalized head thing.
And what would you make for that?
Scrunchies for my mother. I'd crochet her scrunchies around the elastics.
Oh, on your head. Okay.
Because you wear scrunchies on your head.
You do.
She misses her scrunchies that she had in the 90s, which was
Yeah.
almost 40 years ago.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
We see them sometimes and she likes the crocheted ones. And I keep thinking I should make her some, right? I never do. I really need to make her some.
Well, I think you should just do them. Okay. You know what I'm just thinking here? I think I gotta figure out.
Yeah.
We need to wrap up here shortly. And I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna do?
I've given you as much time as I could to ponder that question.
Okay, I'm good. So make the crocheted. It's a dishcloth, right, Nikki? Or pot holder, dishcloth pot holder. What? The slip stitch thingy, my bobber.
I think it's dishcloth.
I think it's a dishcloth. I think it's a dishcloth. And I think I'm going to finish up this brioche scarf that I've been working on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love it. Looks so good.
This is my easy knitting. It's just one color brioche. Just, you know, I think I'm doing 10 rows of brioche knit and then 10 rows of brioche purl. So this could be kind of my palette cleanser from socks when I need
to make a
break from socks.
And I think you need to keep it light this month because you have sock madness.
Because I have sock, yeah, because I can't do too much because I've got sock knitting.
Oh, not on top of New Start Mondays and everything else you already do.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do the brioche scarf and the crochet project because I really want to do the crochet. I'm excited to let's improve my crochet skills. So that's what I'm going to do. And I don't have too much more of this. So it's going to be kind of a small scarf kind of thing. I don't know.
That's fine.
So I think that's it. Yeah, because I don't want to go too crazy because it is socks. I got to focus on my socks. Got to focus on my socks.
Yes, you do.
Oh, is this? Yes, I'm just reading here. Oh, Nara Crochet. What did I do?
I don't know.
What did I do? I just lost the comments. She was asking what your podcast is, and Amber had typed in Northern Knits.
Yeah. Find me with Diana on Northern Knits podcast. We're on YouTube and we are audio oriented as well. So you can find us on the podcast catcher of your choice.
Well, that was really.
If you happen to be on Instagram, you can see Diana falling into a chair.
I know, I saw that. That was fun.
I love that her husband was quick on the clicker and he caught that.
He caught the whole thing. I know. That was incredible.
She told me, and I was like, please tell me he caught that on camera. She's like, he did. I'm like, yes. Good man. He's a good man.
Oh, that was. All right. Okay, I'm going to play with buttons here, you guys. And I know I should not do that because
you got to track down the chat again if you can.
Yes, I know.
Maybe you just minimized it.
Well, I can't find it anywhere. And I don't want to press too many buttons because then that gets me in trouble. But I will try and see where it went. I know, that's really crazy. Well, we've done all this many times and I've never really lost it before. It has to be something new, right? Has to something.
Hey, they updated the terms and service agreement for the online third party that I pay my rent through. I love paying my rent through an online third party because my rent paying can be done in my pajamas first thing in the morning while I have my cup of coffee.
Yes.
I don't have to write a check to anybody. I don't have to pre-authorize payments. I just go in, I push some buttons, I got my password, it's a secure site, I've paid. Like, God, it took me 8 hours all told to get the new terms and service arrangement to work. Like, I hate people so much right now. When things update, stuff goes sideways, and they have to update us. It's a policy. There are things change. You have to make those changes, but it's always so rough. It's always so rough.
Oh, there we are.
Did you find him again?
I found it. I can see us. This is okay.
Excellent.
Let me see if I can get.
You're doing all the tech stuff, man. You've got the heavy lifting today.
Oh, this is crazy. If you guys knew
I
me,
didn't
you
check
would.
my mailbox. I might have had my mail notification. My computer parts have arrived.
Ooh. Okay, yes, I got a
Also
chat
checking.
back. Yay.
Woohoo!
So yes, Amber said I see Amber saying yes. What about socks? I know, can't forget the socks.
Yeah, forget the socks. I think it'll be important
Yeah.
to give you the space to focus on the socks for however long you're in the challenge.
You're right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to focus on socks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I pushed buttons and I didn't mess anything up, which was, amazing.
I
Amazing.
think you did a great job.
Yes. Well, you know what? I guess we should wrap up because it is 9 o'clock now.
Which is 8 o'clock my time.
We have been, yep, our hour and a half, which is what we always seem to
Sort of tagging around as an hour and a half, 2
yeah,
hours.
that's
Yeah.
kind of what we
What we're known for.
we've had, yep, an hour and a half. So okay, so we've got our projects. You've got 4.
I got 4.
I've got 2 plus socks.
Plus, well, you got Sock Madness.
And a
I
whole
just
bunch
have
of
some cows and stuff going on. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't even look. Okay, maybe I'll look right now. April. Anybody? What is our first
Thursday in April.
Thursday in April is? Oh, it's the 7th.
Ooh, nice.
And I know we have a couple extra days because April 1st is a Friday.
Is it?
So,
Wow.
yeah. April 1st is Friday. So we've got
Beans.
we've got a couple of extra, we got some extra time in there, it feels like.
I like it. I likes it. I likes
know.
it.
It feels like we have the possibility of getting something done. So the holly cardigan.
Yes.
All right, and spinning. And your shawl. And see, I've forgotten them already. The fingerless nuts.
You voted for them. You literally voted for them.
See, I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
I just, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So you've got your 4. I've got my 2. We are set.
We're set.
So we will be back April 7th.
We will.
And for sure. And then we'll see about some weeks in between. We'll have to figure out, see what works. But
Yeah,
definitely be back in the month. And happy knitting, crocheting.
Happy challenge knitting.
Oh, challenge knitting. All right. We'll see
So
what
good.
we can get done.
So good.
All right. I will take one last little peek here
Of course.
in the chat. We'll say good night. Yes. So Sam.
Look, sock stripage.
Oh, that's pretty. Pretty. So, Nancy, is this from, do I have a plan B if socks don't go well? No, I don't, because it's going to go well.
Do I have a plan B?
I do not have a plan B. There is no plan B because no, it's going to go good. It's going to go good. So we will see. All right, everybody. Thanks for visiting with us tonight. It's been great chatting with you all. Hopefully you've had some time to get some of your own knitting done tonight.
Yeah.
So, all right, I gotta go cast on some Sock Madness socks, you guys.
You really do.
I really do, because I don't want, it almost got me with the 2-week sweater, right? This whole, I've got time. No, I'm gonna this weekend making serious progress on these socks. So.
I have to go get some more decaf coffee and hot chocolate.
Do you? Okay, then you do that. I'm going to cast on some socks. So everybody, thanks once again for visiting and commenting. It's always so much fun.
Oh, these are great fun. And yeah, I think you
It
and I
is
should talk behind the scenes, because I think we can find a way to do it where we're not checking in with the secret knitting and we're not adding to your plate or my plate
Yeah.
on specifically knitting projects, I think we could do something. We could do something as a check-in in the middle of the month.
I think
Yeah.
we could.
I think we
All
could.
right. We'll figure out what we can do, and then
Yeah.
we'll post it somewhere, or we'll chat about it.
We'll post it everywhere. Let's be
everywhere.
honest.
And we'll talk about it wherever we are, Friday night live and Facebook, and
yeah.
So we will see what we come up with. All right, everybody. Well, have a great night.
Bye, guys.
And we will catch you the next time we're both alive.
Keep seeing the box on the chair. It's my birthday present. I can't open it yet.
Oh, it's tempting.
It's just sitting there staring me down. Like,
all right.